Boker Tov Yeladim.
Shalom, Rabbi. Shalom, Rabbi.
Shalom, Rabbi.
Shalom, Rabbi.
Boker Tov, everybody.
Shalom, Rabbi.
Shalom, Rabbi.
Alrighty, little buggerboos. Let's see who we shall have start our day with prayer, the Shema, and the Ten Commandments. It's going to be Vicente land. David Jr. is going to pray for us. The Vicentes are going to sing the Shema. And Dayon is going to do the Ten Commandments in English. Do it for us, Vicente. Casa Vicente.
Wait, should I just say the Ten Commandments?
I do. You're supposed to pray.
No, you pray, David.
Okay.
Then you guys sing the Shema together. Then Dayon does the Ten Commandments.
Okay. Thank you, Lord, for this day. Thank you for letting us be in this class. Let us learn something new today. And make sure nothing bad happens today. In your name, Yeshua. Amen. Oh. Shema Israel, Yehovah, Eloheinu, Yehovah, Echad, Baruch, Shem Kevod, Malkuto, Leolam Vayeh. Hear Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Amen.
Jehovah is the Lord. Adonai is my Lord. I forget. Adonai is my Lord. Don't make any idols. Do not say Adonai's name in vain. Keep the Shabbat holy. Honor your mother and father. Do not murder. Do not commit adultery. Do not steal. Do not lie. Do not covet.
Woo! Dayon was worried. Whoa. All right, very good. Everybody give Dayon a big hand. Big hand. Big hand. All right. We're gonna keep going on our theme this week. Is about healthcare in the Bible and what you got to look for in the scriptures. Okay. Let's see here. Lever Baloney. Read VAYIKRA 13, verse 6.
On the seventh day, the Kohen is to examine him again. And if the sore has faded and hasn't spread on the skin, then the Kohen is to declare him clean. When it is only a scab, it is only a scab. So he is to wash his clothes and be clean.
All right. So remember yesterday we were talking about examination, looking for, the signs that we were looking for. Let me go back in the slides. Okay. We're looking for these signs here. Okay. Now we isolated the person for 7 days. Okay. Isolation. Remember the picture from yesterday. We isolated the person for 7 days because they might make everybody sick. Now what we read today is on the 7th day, the Kohen is to examine it again. Okay. Yeshua, help me out. What does it mean if it hasn't spread? What would it mean if something spread? How would you describe it? How would you tell me what it looked like if it spread, Yeshua?
it appears in everybody next to her, next to the person that was isolated. It happened everywhere.
Oh, so it went from the person to everybody?
Yeah.
Like when you got sick, everybody in the house got sick?
Sort of.
Didn't that happen to you guys? Didn't one of you guys get that thing in your mouth and then all of you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. All right, Arlena, what does it mean to have something spread? Don't look to Leia, look at me. I want to see if you know what it means to spread. Arlena, are you there? What did you have for breakfast, Arlena?
Toast sandwich.
You had what?
A toast sandwich.
Was it good?
Yes.
What kind of bread was it on? White bread?
Yes, white bread.
White bread bimbo? Did you have milk?
Yes.
Did you have orange juice?
No.
You just had milk, you didn't have orange juice like me?
No.
Okay, now what does it mean for something to spread, Arlena?
I don't know.
You don't know? All right, let's see. Let's see if let's see. Dayon, what does it mean to have something spread?
To go around?
What do you mean go around? Go around the merry-go-round?
No, to go around your body and
Oh,
go to other people.
so describe what it would look like on your body. So we were looking at, let me bring up the picture again.
We can see them.
I'm going to bring up this picture. So if it's spread, what would it look like?
Like boils, tesseract.
Well, like, let's say that was on your, let me get my little marker thing. Let me get my little marker darker. Boom, boom, beep. Fire engine. Okay, say you had this. What would it look like if it's something spread down?
A bruise.
A bruise? Would it go into other places if it's spread?
Yes. If you cut yourself.
Okay, if you cut yourself, okay. All right, Jeremiah with his hair all slicked back this morning. Last Thursday, his hair was looking like he got out of bed late. But Jeremiah is all slicked back today. Tell me what it means to have something spread. Like, let's say you had this on your body. What would it look like if it were to spread, Jeremiah? How would you describe it? How would you tell me what it would look like?
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Jeremiah, Mr. Slickback Hair. How are you this morning, Mr. Slickback Hair?
It will look like that. It will look like the third one.
It would look like this one?
No, yes, that one. Because you had like one lump, and then you were getting more lumps everywhere.
Get more lumps everywhere?
Yeah, all over your body.
Okay, very good. Very good, guys. Now, Arlena, Jeremiah just told us what it would look like. I'll come back to you in a minute, Jacob. I want to see if Arlena was listening. Was Arlena listening? Can you tell me what spreading would be now, Arlena?
Spreading means like spreading means like those are like diseases and they spread.
Well, I'm trying to see if you understood what the word spreading means.
Like they spread around.
What do you mean spread around? Spread around like peanut butter?
No, like the diseases always spread around.
Spread around to where?
Like they spread around.
Well, I'm trying to see if you understand what the word spread is, and you're telling me what the word spread is with the word spread.
Did you like have bruises to get more bigger and bigger?
Oh, okay. The bruises get bigger and more and bigger and bigger. Okay, now you understand. Okay, what it means. All right. So now we go back to this other picture. Okay. So let's take a look at this. Okay. So now it says, okay, Jacob, you had your hand up, Mr. Jacob, and then you're going to read verse 6 again.
Okay. On the seventh day, the Kohen is to examine him again, and if the sore has faded and hasn't spread on the skin, then the Kohen is to declare him clean. It is only a scab, so he is to wash his clothes and be clean.
Okay, what would it mean with the sore faded, Jacob?
Like if the pain faded, like if the soreness, cause sore would be like something painful, or sore can be, I don't know how to describe it, but I know it's painful.
Well, it says if the sore has faded. What did the word faded? Faded. Like you have a fade on the side of your head.
I cleared it away.
Cleared it away. Describe what's on the side of your head.
A fade?
A fade. That's what it's called. It's called a fade. Goes from you got lots of hair on the top, so it goes to little by ear. That's called a fade. So look at Jeremiah's head. Look at Jeremiah. Okay, turn your now that's what the fade is. Now describe to me what the hair is doing.
The hair, like, it's fading away. It's short. It's barely any hair.
Okay, so it goes from a lot of hair to a little hair. That's what a fade is. All right. Leb, can you describe to me what a fade is? What is a fade? It says the sore has faded. What would the sore look like if it's faded, Lever Baloney?
I think a faded sore would have like I think it would like lose its color or like start like getting smaller and losing its color.
Okay. That was pretty good, Lev. That was pretty good. Mia, describe to me how a sore would fade. What would it describe the second one where the yellow arrow is?
Okay, so you see the scab there. It's supposed to be a scab. And you see that at first, like you see all around it, it's all like dark, this dark reddish brownish. But then after 7, and then also there, the really dark part looks almost black. That part is there too. It says really dark. But then you wait 7 days. On the 7th day when the Kohen examines this person, he sees that you see the outer lining that was like really reddish, that it's like lined up now to a lighter red. It's not like this brown mahogany anymore. And also the inside part of it, the part that looked almost black, it's also fading out. So that means that this color will fade out and become lighter and won't be as dark as it was when the person first saw it.
Okay, very good, Mia. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Victoria, how would you describe something? Since you're on the phone, you got to use words. So I need you to describe how would a sore, what would a sore look like if it began to fade in 7 days? Describe what it looked like in the beginning, and then what it would look like after 7 days if it began to fade. Victoria.
So I guess it would be like it's completely like everybody can see it, and then like after one day it would start to lose its color, and then after another it would lose its color even more. And then until the 7th day, I guess it would be like it disappeared.
Okay, very good, Victoria. Very good. Very good. All right. Let's see. Dayon, read verse 6 again. Read verse 6. Dayon.
On the 7th day, the Kohen is to examine him again, and if the sore has faded and hasn't spread on the skin, then the Kohen is to declare him clean. It is only a scab, so he is to wash his clothing and be clean.
Very good, Dayon. Everybody give Dayon a big hand. Whoa, he's got two big hands today. Woo! Big hands for Dayon number 2. All right. So now we need to learn what the third word, our third vocabulary word for today is declare. Declare. Everybody say Declare. Come on, everybody. I don't see your mouth moving, Mr. David Vicente Jr. Declare. 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 Now, what does it mean to declare? Well, let's see, Yeshua Lara, what does it mean to declare? Can you spell declare, Yeshua? Can you spell me the word declare?
DECLARE.
Declare. Now, what does declare mean, Mr. Yeshua Lara?
Like the picture that you put in the congregation that you spread the word.
Oh, very good, Mr. Yeshua. Very good. Very good. Okay. Mr. Benjamin. Mr. Benjamin, spell the word declare.
DECLARE.
Now, what does the word declare mean, Mr. Benjamin Sanchez?
Declare means to.
Not eclair, but declare. You know what an eclair is?
No.
You don't know what an eclair is?
No.
I bet your dad knows what an eclair is. Or no, I bet Arlena knows what an eclair is because she's a donut woman. It's a type of donut, Benjamin. Now, what is declare? Not eclair, declare.
Declare.
Wait.
I was about
Come on,
to say.
Spidey. Don't help him, Leia.
To announce.
To announce, announce what?
Announce like news.
Announce news. Okay. What do you think, Jacob? Jacob, wake up, Jacob.
Let's say proclaim.
Proclaim. Can you spell declare?
DECLA. Wait, DECLARE.
Okay. How do you spell wait?
WAIT.
You
No,
are
which way?
muted.
I hit the button again. I was looking out the window, so I'm like, what's that noise? It's pouring out here. Is it pouring over by you? Is it raining?
No.
No, it's only raining by my house. Good thing somebody left my cake out in the rain. Okay. So declare. Say again what declare means, Mr. Jacob?
Declare is like to proclaim. Like, for example, if you win a war, you could proclaim that piece of land yours. You could announce it.
Okay, very good, very good.
News or something.
Jeremiah's got his hand way in the air like he just don't care.
I know what declare means. Like you declare a war.
That's what it is.
Why would you declare a war?
Because let's say because you're versing another country, and because they keep on like sending that because the Israelites are like sending bombs to the Israel, and they should declare a war to like fight them to make them stop making like throwing bombs at them.
Oh, you mean the Philistines?
Yeah.
The Palestinians are throwing bombs at the Israelites, so the Palestinians should declare a war.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Now we see our picture of our doctor. He's got his stethoscope. Everybody say stethoscope. Everybody say stethoscope. Okay. Everybody say big nose. Okay, sorry. No. All right. Now, Allie Mae, before we're moving on to the next part, why does the Cohen have to declare him clean? Why? Where is the person, Allie Mae? I do declare, Allie Mae.
He has to declare them clean so that way he knows that he's absolutely clean, because the Cohen is the one that has the experience with the stuff like that. Not anybody else does. So he has to declare them clean so that way they can go out back into the public.
Okay, very good. Very good. Let's see if we get Ariel. Why would the Cohen, who's a doctor, why would he have to declare the person clean? Where is the person?
Person is outside of the camp so that he won't get the camp unclean. And
what is he doing by declaring him? What is he telling this person?
that he can go back inside the camp now.
Okay. Tiffany, what about the people? What about the Cohen examines this person and he finds that the person is clean. He declares to the person that she's clean, but he's also declaring it to who?
To the community so that they can know that he's okay now. That they're allowed to be near him again.
Okay, that's what we're looking for. Okay, he's declaring it for two purposes. One purpose is so that this person knows that they're clean, but two, he's declaring it so that everyone around him doesn't shun the person anymore. What does that mean, Mia, to shun the person?
Like to stay away from the person.
Okay, to stay away from the person. Okay, so that's what's happening. The Cohen is to examine them after him or her or the child after 7 days. But then we come now to this picture. Let me move my picture. Okay, is to wash his clothes. Can anybody tell me what this old machine is? Can anybody raise their hand and tell me what this old machine is? Lev had her hand up first.
A washer?
Well, what's this part here? This is the clothes, but the old lady. Oh, yeah. Yeshua's got his hand up. Yeshua, what is this?
like something that it looks for peeled potatoes, but is different.
What?
What is using?
It looks like for peeled potatoes, but is different. It's more wider.
If you put your clothes on a potato peeler, what's gonna happen to your clothes?
It's gonna get dirty. But normally,
What does a potato peeler do?
What the potato peel do? They say, Rabbi.
it takes the potato, the pieces of the potato, and in pieces.
Okay, so if that's a potato peeler and you put your clothes on it, what's gonna happen to your clothes?
It's gonna get dirty, but it's gonna break your clothes.
Gonna rip your clothes apart. So I hope that's not a potato peeler.
It's not the same. It's not a potato peeler.
So what is that?
Normally is a piece for watch the clothes, but I don't know the name.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Vicky can't see the picture. Leia, what do you think what is this called? It's an old time washer, but this part here, what's this called?
A barrel.
Well, this part that's sticking up.
I don't see it.
Well, the barrel's here at the
Well,
bottom.
I know what she's using to wash it. I've used it before, but I don't know what it's called.
Your mother would go get the thing with the thing.
Yeah. In Mexico,
Right.
when I lived there, they have those because they don't have laundry machines, and I washed my clothes with that.
So you've actually used this thing,
Yeah.
but you don't know what it's called.
No, I don't know what it's called in Spanish.
Let's see. Let's see if David Vicente. David. What's that thing called?
I always use it, but I don't know.
Okay, we've used it. Okay, describe how you use it. David, describe how you use it. In Guatemala, you used it. Describe to me how you use it, David. I'm waiting. You said you used it before. David. I can't hear. Can anybody hear me? Allie Mae, can you hear me? Okay. All right. Tiffany, what is this thing called, Tiff?
Well, she's coming out of the bathroom.
Oh, you gotta go to the bathroom on your own time, Tiffany.
I use the bathroom.
You gotta wait till class is over. You didn't raise your hand. I gotta pee. That's your Madison impression. I gotta pee.
Gotta pee. Okay.
All right. Now, is everything okay, Miss Tiffany? Did you check your shoe for toilet paper?
I'm not wearing shoes, but yes, everything's okay.
Oh, that would be terrible if the toilet paper was on your barefoot. Ew, that's just gross.
That is gross.
Okay. Ariel, swallow. All right. What is this thing called? Have you ever used one of these things?
I seen it. I think that thing on the top. I think it's like a pipe that lets hot and cold water come through it. So that
No.
don't they have that like at the top? Like they have like a hot cold water pipe and then just let it go through into the bucket.
No, it's a bucket with it that you add water into, but you got to pour the water into it from another source. It doesn't have pipe, and then you use this thing here to do something to your clothing.
Scrub it.
To squeeze the rest of the water out?
What? No, then you would wring it.
Well,
I
I don't know. I have a
laundry machine. It does my
Oh, this is called history.
We're millennials.
Serious millennials.
No, we're not even millennials.
Oh yeah, you're Generation Z.
Yeah, we're the ones that's gonna destroy.
Yeah, you're Generation Z, right?
Yeah. Oi.
Z for the party's over. Okay, let's see if Allison May, Allie May, what are you looking at on your computer? What screen did you switch over to? What were you looking at?
It was just a different screen.
Yeah, a different screen with what on it?
It was the settings.
Okay, because I could see it in your glasses.
Yeah, I had to do something in my settings.
Well, pay attention to this class if you're going to be here.
Okay.
Can you tell me what this machine is? What this contraption, this old-fangled contraption, Generation Z is?
I think it might be like a wash basin or something.
Well, it's a washer, but what's this part here?
I think it's maybe like a
Mia, you're next.
I don't know.
I'm Mia. Can you help us out here? Miss Reader of Books?
Well, I've seen that before, but I'm not sure, but I'm thinking, I think it's probably used to scrub clothing.
Well,
A scrubbing board, I guess.
it's called a washboard.
Oh.
You
I
were
got
close.
scrubbing right.
Okay. So what you do, everybody, with this old picture, and if things go kaplooey, okay, what other people know in other countries, because they don't have washing machines, they have a wash bucket with a wash board. The washboard has got ridges in it, and you rub your clothes against it with the soap to wash out the dirt. And Miss Ivana is got thumbs up. Yup, us old people know that, and people from other countries know this because in other countries they don't have some of the things that we have here, especially if you live in the countryside and out of the city, which has got its good points and bad points. Okay, so what you do is you fill the bucket with hot water, hot sudsy water, and then you take the clothes and you rub it against this board to do what the washing machine does. You know, the washing machine goes, okay, and it spins the clothes and it puts all the soap in it. But when you don't have electricity, say the world goes crazy and we go to war and we don't have electricity, okay? Well, we're still going to have to wash our clothes, especially if somebody's sick, okay? So what you do is you put the soap, the lye, onto the clothes, and you got to wear gloves because the lye will burn your skin, okay? So here, then you scrub it with your hands, and then you put it onto this board. And you scrub the clothes like this. You scrub it against it to get the dirt off. Okay, so the wash board helps you to get the dirt, the the stain out. Or window popped up here. 1 second here. There we go. Okay, so here the lady's all hunched over. She looks like she's hurting her back. Okay, now let's read verse 6 again to find out why we would be doing this. Benjamin, read verse 6.
Right.
Are you awake, Ben?
Yeah. On the seventh day, the Cohen is to examine him again. And if the sore has faded and hasn't spread on the skin, then the Cohen is to declare him clean. It is only a scab, so he said to wash his clothes and be clean.
All right, so Benjamin, why has he got to wash his clothes? He's declared clean. Can Can't that person just walk out from the isolation? You know,
No, because his clothes is like corrupted with the sickness that he had. So his clothes was consumed by the sickness. So his clothes has the sickness on it. It's like dirty. So God
the
saying
clothes has got the sickness on it.
like
What do you mean? How would the clothes get the sickness on it then?
well you haven't been because you've been sick the whole 7 days and your clothes are maybe they smell disgusting because you haven't taken a shower for 7 days or you haven't cleaned your clothes for 7 days. They might smell. And no one wants to smell like that when you come out of the isolation.
Okay, well that's pretty good. What do you think, Leia? Why does he have to wash his clothes? What would be the purpose of washing the clothes? Just because they stank?
Maybe that's one reason, and that I think well he was unclean for 7 days, and you know I'm not really sure why he'd wash his clothes. Well, obviously because maybe he's been in that little isolation box for quite some time and there's a disease on him. Or maybe I'm not really sure.
I'm not really sure. Victoria, what do you think? Why would the person have to wash their clothes then come in? And Jacob, you're next.
I think he would have to wash his clothes because, because if he had a disease or something, then the disease would stay on the clothes. Because after those days, he's probably dirty, and especially if he didn't take a shower, he would be even more dirtier. So he really had to wash his clothes.
Okay, that's pretty good. Jacob, what do you think, Mr. Jacob?
So they have to wash his clothes.
Like if this person had all this all over his body, and this or this all over his body, but then it faded. What do you think came out of this thing here? Would it
Came
have
out
gotten on the clothes?
would probably be like germs. Because
Germs.
germs could spread on your clothes. Since it cleared away from your body, the germs could spread onto your clothes, so you have to wash your clothes to get the germs out of your clothes, and then you would be fully clean.
Okay. That's pretty good, Jacob. Pretty good. Pretty good. Mia, Wea, Chia, Pia. Tell me what you think. Why did it, what's going to be happening here?
Well, it could be that they'll probably the sores are probably oozing out some sort of liquid, like pus or something. So that has bacteria in it. So it'll infect the clothing. So they have to wash the clothes for that reason.
You have to wash the clothes. Okay, it has bacteria. Okay, so you're washing the clothes. Okay, so here, and I showed you that picture for a moment for a reason. Okay, so the Cohen is to examine. Okay, then you got to wash it. Now, if the person has it faded, but sometimes, look at this picture. That's a person with real Tizarot. Okay, that's a person with real tesseract. Sorry, I forgot to mute my phone this morning. Okay, so what happened, here, let me go back to the first picture. Okay, well, we started off the week with going to understand. So it started off with this here. Okay, then what happens is it could spread to being this picture, everybody. That's somebody really with leprosy. Okay, and it's going to do, basically it's going to kill the person. What's going to happen is these things are going to keep spreading. It's going to spread. And imagine having this on your lips, guys. Do you think you'd be able to eat? No. It's going to hurt. It's going to be painful. And nobody knows how you get. Now look at the picture, Hadassah. Yeshua, look at the picture. We got God. God is telling us how to live our lives. Okay? So that this doesn't kill the community. So I want you kids all to learn. Excuse me a second. Let me get a drink. We have to learn because we're supposed to be a nation of priests. Okay? So if something happens in the world, and in the 19th century, 1914, we had World War I, 1914 to 1917, I believe the year is around there. And 1941, America entered World War II, so we had 2 world wars. So there won't be any medicines, okay? And now the world is getting crazy, and America is getting crazy with a lot of stupid left liberals and people that don't want to live a good life. Okay, so diseases may happen, and God says in the book of Revelation, when the 4th seal is open, He's going to destroy 25% of the world with war, famine, and plague. This is a plague. Leprosy is a plague. So we need to study the Word of God to know how to stop the plague from spreading to the community, because this person is going to die from leprosy. It's going to take over the person's body unless the Lord heals them. Okay? So then, and the reason why it's happening and why you have to wash your clothes, okay, we're going to spend the rest of the class here. I'm going to describe to you what happens. Now, who can tell me what this is? Who can tell me what this is? Mia, what is that picture there?
It's a diagram of like the skin, like pretty much like what it would look like. Like it's a block of, like, let's say, of a piece of skin, let's say, of an image that shows the hair on the arm, the hair on your arm, and where the hair is, it starts. It's a diagram of the skin underneath it.
Very good. It's a diagram of the skin, or sometimes called a cross section. Okay, for your older kids, it's a diagram of the skin, or something called a cross section, so you can see inside. And why are we reading this? Mia, read verse 29 and 30. VAYIKRA 13, 29 and 30.
Now, if a man or woman has an infection on the head or on the beard, then the priest shall look at the infection, and if it appears to be deeper than the skin, and there is thin yellowish hair in it, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a scale. It is leprosy of the head or the beard.
Okay, so now there's something else we're looking at. Okay, so remember how it's had a red spot? Now what's going to happen when you get this, if the Lord allows you to have leprosy, or anybody in the community has leprosy, the infection is going to be down here. And this is going to cause pain in your skin, but first what's going to happen is the skin is going to turn red. Okay, so let's go back to our other picture. Okay, let me bring up the other picture. What's going to happen is it's going to look like this first. It's going to be a little red like the person's face here. Okay, or it's going to be red like the outside here. Okay, this is the real infected part in the middle. Okay, but this is where the other part is becoming infected. Okay, so what's happening, let's go back to our cross section or our diagram. what's happening is there is an infection going inside the skin in the hair, and what it does is it touches. This is called a hair follicle. Okay, a hair follicle, and that's a real blown up picture of what it looks like on the outside. That is your hair. Okay, what's going on in your skin is it attaches your hair. If you ever pull out, sometimes you pull out a hair and it has a little white thing at the end of it. Okay, anybody ever pull out like eyebrow or something like that, and you look at it and it's like, wow, it's got this little thing on the end. Okay, well, that's this part over here. Let's look at the part that's not infected. Okay, it attaches in here like a little glue stick. Okay, so the Lord's got thousands of little glue things inside your body, and when one falls out, He makes another one. But here we're talking about the tisserah, the leprosy. What's going on inside your hair and inside your skin? Because this is the part that you see up here. Okay, that's what everybody sees. Like we're looking at Dan's head or Mia and Lev's hair. They got lots of hair. That's what's going on in all throughout your body. Both men and boys and girls have hair. Now Jeremiah's hair is a mess. Okay, so here now he's pushing his hair back. All right. So what's going on top of his head and on your arms and on your face? Okay, on your legs, under your arms. Okay, all over your body, all over your belly, and all over all your body. That even girls have little fine hairs, but you have lots of hairs that look like this on the outside. But when the Lord allows a person to get leprosy, what happens is in here it starts to get an infection. In the picture, it looks like they're far apart. But when we look right down here, the hair follicles are very close together. They're not far apart at all. So what happens is this one gets infected, and if you don't take some medicine, the one right next to it will get infected, and the one after that get infected, and get infected. Okay? And then if we look at the picture down here, the man had leprosy on top of his head. Okay? This man's got a leprosy in his beard. Okay, it's a skin disorder of some kind. Now, sometimes as you get older, you might get some sort of infections, but it's not leprosy, it's a zit. It's a pimple. Okay? But sometimes people get skin disorders. Okay? I don't know, some of you kids might remember Mr. Mario. Remember Mr. Mario, Mia and Lev? Remember Mr. Mario, Lev? No, Lev, you don't remember him? Okay, Mia does. I don't think you should. Ariel and Tiffany, did you ever meet Mr. Mario? Were you guys with us when Mario was with us?
Is that the guy whose baby daughter had like all these red things all over her?
No, Mario wasn't married. It was a young guy. You like video games. You like Mario. Mario Kart.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't think I met him.
Okay. Well, Mario had a very bad skin disorder, which was basically leprosy, and it eventually killed him because what he would eat stuff that would make his skin start to come off his body. Okay. So what's happening here in this guy's beard is you see it on the outside. Okay, you're seeing on the outside, and here's what it looks in a picture. Okay, in the picture you can see that it's inflamed. Okay, now what's going to happen is, why do you think the skin is red up here? Ario, why do you think the skin is red up there?
Because of the infection and it's spreading, and it's probably sore as well.
Okay, and the infection is spreading. Okay, Tiffany, is it going to have any other characteristics?
I mean, it's gonna, cause it looks thicker than the other one, the healthier one. It looks like that one's gonna start getting wider, and it's gonna start releasing some pus from the inside.
Okay, it's going to start releasing pus. Any other characteristics? Let's see, Allie Mae, any other characteristics?
That I can think of.
Speak up, please.
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Jacob, what do you think? And then David. Jacob and David.
Can you please repeat the question?
Why?
Because I
Were
didn't
you
hear
not
the
listening?
question.
You didn't
Yes.
hear the question? What
I'm
did I
not.
just ask Tiffany and Ariel?
Yes. What was the How is it How does it become infected?
No, I was asking the characteristics. Are you fading out? Did you have breakfast?
Yes.
Are you not listening, Mr. Jacob?
Yes.
Well, if you were listening, you wouldn't say, repeat the question. Pay attention there, son. David, tell me some of the other characteristics that we might have here.
Well, it depends like where the rash is, because well, in the picture where it's infected, it's like it's covered in, well, it's all red. The outside is red.
What's the red telling you? What's it going to feel like?
Well,
I can say
doesn't that represent that there's a rash right there, or like it's infected? I don't know.
Yes, it's infected, but what is it going to feel like on the person? If you were to touch it, what would it feel like?
Oh, it's good for bumpy.
Bumpy.
Hard.
But why is it red?
It's because it's like bumping blood.
No, well, the infection is not blood, it's something else.
leprosy.
Well, it is leprosy, but we're trying to describe what the characteristic of this. Why is it red? What's it going to feel like? Mia, what do you think, Mia?
I feel like it's gonna hurt. So like if you like, even like if like maybe the lightest touch is gonna hurt, or even when you press, like maybe like the softest touch, if you touch it like softly, it's gonna hurt. When you press it, it's gonna hurt extremely.
Okay, so Mia's correct, and the red is telling you it's going to be warm or hot to the touch. Okay, so here the infection, the leprosy. So here, let's bring up our person with leprosy. If you touch her face, it's going to be warm and it's going to hurt. Okay, and then when it stops being warm, it's going to turn black. Okay, the skin's going to turn black and it's something called gangrenous. Okay, it's going to turn black, and then basically what's going to happen is her nose is going to fall off and her lips are going to fall off. Okay, the infection eats your body. Okay, so when you see something like this, okay, this is beginning to be some sort of leprosy. It might be something else. It might be something called psoriasis. Okay, it's another type of skin disorder, but it is leprosy. Leprosy is a general term, and then we have other terms underneath it. Okay, so Ariel, if you're thinking you're going to go into the military, you got to know these things, because if you go out to war, okay, these things might happen because you might, be in battle and medicines might not be available as easy. Okay, so this stuff is going to spread. Okay, especially the way the world is looking, we can very likely go to war very easily. Okay, so here, if we're living in community, we isolate the person, because the person, when you touch the skin, the cone's going to touch the skin. It's going to be warm. Okay, now what also might happen is you can pull, it says here, thin yellowish hair. The hair is going to change from, let's say, brown or black or whatever color you have on your body now. Okay, it's going to change to yellow. It's going to be infected. Now, everybody look, pay attention. It's very important. This is because it's the word of God. So why do you think God is teaching us this, and why do you think we go through it every single year? Because this is going to keep the community safe. It's going to keep the community healthy. Because here, if the hair turns yellow, it might fall out. Or if you pull one out, you might get some stuff on your fingers. Okay? And what's going to happen if it's red and you smell it, it's going to smell very bad. Okay? The infections smell like rotten eggs. It smells very bad. Okay? If you get it on your fingers, okay, the infection is going to be very sticky. Okay? Then you know it's something bad and you got to put hyssop on. Okay? Or cassia. Okay? You got to have the anointing oils because those are medicines that God gave us from the leaves. Okay? There's other medicines also from leaves and from roots. Okay? So here the Cohen, okay, we have to know this because we're supposed to be a nation of priests, but as I was telling some of the leadership last night, I have to train them in what this stuff is. And then, like, I'm training you guys, okay? If you touch it, okay, it's going to get on your fingers. After you're done, you got to wash very good, okay? But it's going to be sticky. You're going to put it on your fingers and it's going to be, your fingers are going to stick together like this. It's going to stick, okay? If you smell it, okay, after you smell it, make sure you put hyssop on your nose, okay? But it's going to smell, the person might even smell bad, okay? That's why if they're clear of the leprosy, okay, now let's, in our last minute or two, this is why in verse 6 it says, on the seventh day the Cohen is to examine him again. If the sore had faded and hasn't spread on the skin, then the Cohen is to declare him clean. Okay, so what's happening is when he was first examined, he had this stuff and it might have gotten on his clothing. Okay, the viruses can last a very long time if it's kept warm and moist. So what happens when Cohen examines the skin, and the Cohen's like checking out the skin, and he said, okay, it hasn't spread, it doesn't hurt to the touch. Listen up, don't talk. I'm talking, you're not talking. Okay? It's very important, this last part. Cohen examines. So the Cohen, as you see in the picture there, the doctor is touching the skin to see if it's any lumps or if it's painful. He's feeling to see if the skin is warm, because if the skin is warm, that means there's still an infection. If the skin hurts, there's still an infection. He will not declare the person clean. But if he touches the person and he finds that he doesn't have the hot spots, he declares him clean, and then he has to wash his clothes. The reason they're washing their clothes is that the infection might have got on the clothes before they go into the community. They have to wash their body and they have to wash their clothes. All right? Any questions before we close our class? Okay. Let me take this off the screen. And so I can see everybody at one time. Let me take that off the screen. Doinka, doinka, doinka. Doinka, doinka, doinka. Let me take here. All right. Who, let me get over here. Who wants to go to the bathroom? Who wants to pray to close our day? Hadassah or Shmooey? Shmooey? Shmooey, okay. Shmuel, do it nice and loud. You're muted.
Thank you, Lord, for this day, for giving me. We thank you for the food, and please help us to learn more. And 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 God smash the commandments, and then Yeshua's name. Amen.
Amen. All right. Have a great day. See you later. Shalom.
Shalom.